Hey, what's up, fam? I feel like this is going to be one of my shorter Chainsaw Man reviews because this chapter it had I predicted the ending to a degree, but I think the setup was very very interesting, and it was I mean this chapter was mostly character interactions, which I did like because we've had a lot of action, we've had a lot of obviously the arc set up with the gun devil, but I did like this. I liked that it was mostly just a chapter about characters talking. You got a little bit of a feel of some of the other people within Denji's crew, and it was just nice to see like what we're gonna get for some of the characters in the future. So they were at this hotel, and Aki was like just saying like, okay, the gun devil is somewhere in here. The bullet's reacting to it. We gotta go in and figure out where he is, and then figure out our game plan. And I'm just thinking like to myself, I'm thinking to myself like, why? Why would he just be in there? Why would he just be in this hotel and they're gonna fight him already? This guy is like hyped as hell, like in their world. At least what we've seen so far. So like, there's no way that his location isn't going to be in some badass like a collapsed like skyscraper, and he's just like in one room in the whole building that's like in good condition. Something that really feels like a boss fight. Because like, just really quick, that's always something that I've always, regardless of if a fight is lame or if it's in an arc I didn't like, I will always give cred to a boss fight like environment. Like you're playing a video game and you're against a big character, and obviously the environment is important. Like you want to feel like the it has an impact on the tone of the fight. Like I'm just gonna give a really quick example. I think it was Seven Deadly Sins, like when it showed the flashback of Meliodas and Elizabeth fighting the Demon King and Supreme Goddess, and they were just like on this plateau, and you just saw this like it looked like it was in the cloud layer, but there was just like this 100 or so feet of cloud just gone, and you had this like connected to the plateau of cloud, and then above them another cloud layer. But other than between those, it was just void of like anything. It was just this clear space. Very cool looking spot. Very cool looking thing. And then I'm hoping that that's the case with the gun double, because I am very interested in this character. But you had Aki just talking about like, okay, this is what we gotta do. We gotta figure out, and we gotta be careful, and we gotta make sure we don't screw this up. And he's like looking at Denji and power, because obviously Denji has like kind of like this very rough, I want to say hobo like stance on like on following orders. Like he tries to, and he just does what he wants, but it's more in like this. He feels it's more like if you took a dog for a walk like for the first time, and he's like 10 seconds in first 10 seconds he's game to behave, and then it's like nope, never mind, I'm distracted, I'm doing something else. And then Power just seems kind of dumb. Power just seems like she's not very smart. And then I really liked how Aki bribed them with gum. Like it was such a very quick like sign of how easily they're both bought, and their their price is such a low level, given that power is like the mental capacity of a child, and Denji was just he grew up so poor. Like you could give him like a chicken nugget, and he'd probably be like, all right, I'm game, what are we doing? But they're talking, and there's like I don't have this guy's name down. The guy who's just like he has this kind of like rough face, and kind of just like slick spiky backwards hair, and he seems kind of grumpy. But him and there's this other girl, there's this chick with an eye patch, and she's just talking about how they're just trying to get them all hyped up, and they want to get them ready, and she's gonna give whoever defeats the devil a kiss on the cheek, and Denji's like, I don't even care about that, whatever, it's not even a big deal. I'm gonna get something way better out of this. I'm gonna get a free card from Makima, and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm not gonna be bribed by your childish kiss on the cheek. You can't win me over with something of such low importance. And then she just tells him that instead, like, she'll give him a French kiss, and he's just like, your wish is my command, I'm on it. Just like rushing down the hallway trying to figure out what to do. And god damn it, Denji's god, it's weird about Denji the way that I talked about how he starts out the series with either like a heavy blank, like I feel like a blank slate, because he didn't really have much of a chance to build like a character and personality growing up, and it's very rough how he is right now about it, because I think he's trying really hard to have more to him, but like you can't really work on something that's not there if you don't know how to work on it. And he comes off right now is one of these like super tryhards, but without, like I said, the idea of what to do. So it just comes off as an idiot sometimes. And he's the fact he's so easily slayed by these thoughts is pretty funny. Well, Makima is definitely she's using thought trickery. This other chick, I feel like she's she's just being playful. I don't think she's doing it out of like evil, like malefic, like malefic or malicious, malefic means, because Makima just comes off as like she's really good at manipulating people. She it looks like she's like knows how to get into people's head and like twist them around her thumb. This new chick with the eye patch just seems like she's playful. She doesn't seem like evil behind it. But I don't know. It's the chapter itself. I think other than that was pretty quickly ran out. But like it was so weird because they're standing outside of a door and getting ready, and it opens. They're like, all right, or get ready, this is gonna start. And then like this, it's a head with a foot and then a hand, and so it's like stepping with his foot, and then the hand is like pushing it a little bit. And I was just like, what the fuck? Why is this? Why is this a thing? Very strange. And I was right in the fact that they weren't. I didn't think they were gonna counter the gun devil, because it's if he was just chilling in a hotel, like some cheap hotel, it would have been really weird. Like I said, please, boss fight environment, please. I don't have a lot to say about the chapter otherwise. Like all I really had to talk about was like how easy it is to kind of sway Denji and just like this new girl, and like the difference between like how she's going about it and the way it kind of comes off versus Makima. But I did like that about it. I did like seeing character interactions and us getting a chapter or more about the character. We got a little bit on Aki's flashback and how he got teamed up with this girl, and she seemed very sad because everybody that she's teamed up with so far has died, and you can tell that there's some self blame in there, even though she's like saying it was because they're useless and they weren't good enough. But you can tell that she just like by that like dead look on her face that there's some self blame in there. But luckily, it looks like her and Aki are getting along better, and Aki's he's got too bad of a power just to get killed off so early. Other than that, drop a comment below on what you thought about this. It spread the word of Chainsaw Man. I'm getting more people into Chainsaw Man. It's working. That by word of person, Chainsaw Man is it's spreading. It's such a fun series already. Only 14 chapters in it. Like it gives a pretty unexpected feel every chapter, and I've enjoyed that every single time. Other than that, hopefully I can get you to thumbs up the video, befriend the like button and the subscribe button, and check out my videos. But other than that, I thank everyone who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.